I realize I forgot to turn down the music, so that was a little abrupt, but you know, so it goes. There we go. That should be right. Okay. Welcome back to part 2 of Harvest Valley. We just won a duel of wits so that Ash did not go back into the mirror, which is pretty cool.
She's still alive.
She's still alive. Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever life is in this universe.
I mean, it's transient. You know,
We die
the
eventually.
winter goddess is immortal, so it's probably fine.
To be fair, our lives are transient too. So
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. All right, cool. So yeah, that was the end of that scene. Where do we want to come back into?
I feel like the parade.
The parade.
So, Adam, tell us about this parade. What's going on?
I'm thinking this doesn't take place in the around the little fountain in the town square, but like in the outer. Like, how many roads do we think like the fountain like spreads out into?
So
I'm thinking like more than 4, because I don't imagine the geometry of this town's urban planning to be like perfectly like
no
city blocks.
Nah, it's more like, in Stardew Valley where the houses are spread out a little bit, and then there's even for whatever reason, even the old mansion is outside the city proper. But there's the city proper. It's like not quite on a grid, but they're got like fairly closely packed, like how in like we would consider now like a rural area. Maybe like a quarter acre per house around the center block, and then that would be like maybe like 20 houses outside this town center, and then the farms and the various buildings that are on large plots of land. Even if they're not using that land for farming, I think the dyer, for example, he has all that land just to, because no one wants to live next to that stinky stuff.
Yeah, that can be pretty stinky.
Yeah. And like the foresters have like a huge swath of land, but that's way, way to the north. So are you thinking like this is inside, like just outside the city limits, just barely? Or is it within the city limits but not going through the town square?
I'm thinking like inner edge of the city limits almost.
Okay.
Like
so
maybe going around like routes that kind of like just like go in this sort of haphazard patchy circle around.
Yeah, so it's like a march,
the center.
Or like it's like one of those dumb video game roads that have right turns for no reason. So everyone's just marching along in like this zigzaggy way. Probably going up and down hills. It probably follows some kind of like ridge that goes around the outside edge of the town. So you got, you're like going up a hill and then you're going down a hill and you're moving back and forth. But what's the actual parade like? Like, describe it as if a bystander was watching.
So you would see the adventurers float first, which is all these daffodil petals getting thrown out. I mean, because to be a float in the daffodil parade, you must throw daffodils from your float, or even like if you're riding a horse like behind, you're also have like a bag of daffodils that you just like throw at people.
Been hit in the face by 5 daffodils today.
It only did 1 HP of damage to me. And the huge float that gets put on first is this float of people who are doing like fake stage combat, and they're like wooden swords and shields and like actual gleaming weapons against like slimes and bats and golems and stuff like that.
Is it like people dressed up as slimes and bats? And...
Oh yeah, the Jameson boys are definitely playing green slime and red slime
Excellent.
Oh, cool.
Fantastic.
with just like sheets over them, and they're trying to like glomp around like slimes.
Glorp is actually the preferred term for slime movement.
Yeah, because glomping's that other thing. See,
Yeah.
I can't talk ever.
Yeah, glomping's
That's just how my fucking brain and mouth work.
That's fine.
So I wrote down names for these people. So Amory is the weapon seller. They're the main combat person. Zane is the festival manager. That's probably the person you want to harass if you want to get paid. And Amani is the tailor, and she made all the costumes. And yeah, I think Amani is like dressed up like a bat.
Yeah.
It's like a big person-sized bat.
That's really cute. I think that Ashlyn is like watching the parade and thinking about how she needs to make sure that she plants daffodils next year. Like, I can feel like she maybe arrived after the Daffodil Festival last year, so that's why she didn't know to do it this year, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I think that makes sense about when she actually
I'm
arrived.
surprised
So.
you're not in the parade.
Hmm?
You don't think you'd be in the parade this year?
I mean, I don't have enough daffodils.
Okay.
I mean, don't you?
No, I don't. I don't have enough daffodils.
Don't you have an instinct about picking wild berries and flowers?
I mean, are there wild daffodils? I mean, if there are, then I would have some. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I would think so.
Here's the question, Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Does the festival manager give out barrels of daffodils to people for the parade?
I think
Or
so.
Part of the requirements to have a float that you also provide daffodils to the parade.
I mean, it'd be nice.
Can I have retroactively built a float for us?
What is our float?
If you can make the flashback carpentry roll.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I just want to make a big wooden daffodil.
That'd be
Okay.
kind of cool.
Cool.
And like we can like all like kind of like pitch in like painting it together, and then we use the like daffodils that we get from the manager to like decorate it and stuff.
A daffodil covered in daffodils.
Yeah.
I mean, Ashlyn would love to help you with like mending.
So
I mean, there's like painting and stuff, so like that seems reasonable.
I want to read the description of this parade again.
You,
What did the other? So it talks about the main lead float, the weaponry float.
Mhm.
I don't know what the other townspeople do. Is it just like a couple floats?
I don't think it's that many because we're not that big of a town.
Okay.
I think it's like a handful, like maybe like 3 to 5.
All right.
But even those would be like maybe a little bit small, but they're definitely there.
Okay.
Um,
So I think there's the stage float, and then Mr. Carmichael has built a float with a bunch of cannons on it that shoot daffodils,
mhm.
and then you guys have the giant daffodil. If you make the good roll.
I mean, we
And,
probably have it even if we make a good roll, a bad roll. It's just a really shitty one.
determine the stakes, and then who else
Oh yeah, I'm also expected to play flute at something. So
Yeah.
I'm either like leading. There's two possible ideas.
Mm-hmm.
One, I'm either like leading, like I'm going out before even the first float, like the adventurer's float, and I'm playing the flute there, or I'm on a float of musicians, and we're playing flutes and trumpets and like marching music.
So do you not want to be on Ned's float?
You don't want to be on
I might be
float?
I might be forced out of it, honestly.
Okay, yeah. Right, there's another float. So I think yeah, you could be on another float with Adi, the town singer.
I think maybe like when we're on our way, we like maybe get to a bend in the road,
Yeah.
and then like I see you from an angle, and I'm like,
Well, this is a small parade, so you guys probably all.
yeah,
Like it's not long enough for you guys to get separated.
exactly.
Well,
That's
now
also true.
my intent is to make my float better. I want to have the best float.
So here's the float you're up against, right? So this float.
Is it the adventurer's flute or is it a different one that's
This is
otherwise
float
the best?
singers are on. So Adi is there and her sisters.
The musical float.
The blacksmith probably made all the a bunch of horns for people,
Mm-hmm.
and her sisters are playing horns, and it's got a bunch of fanciful monsters made out of like paper mache sticking out of it.
Mm-hmm.
And Arya is the youngest. She's not actually on the float, but she's running around. She's trying to sell daffodils for like copper piece each.
Perfect.
And this is the float you're on. So let's.
Oh, Rachel definitely has a float.
Oh yeah, I bet she does.
Maybe
This is a
Why
part
is
of her
everyone
standard
trying to compete
investing.
with me?
Maybe Rachel is actually funding Ned's float.
Yeah,
That makes
makes sense. I need supplies and stuff.
Yeah, I think she'll help. She'll buy all the wood and stuff, so you don't have to. But the float, the giant daffodil, definitely has to show all the seeds in the flower. Like it has to be a very accurate daffodil, botanically speaking.
Then I mean, I could also instead of helping with mending, I could be helping with farming wise, my knowledge of plants.
Sure.
Look, Ned, you gotta you have to make this this part of the leaf a little bit longer, and it sticks out at actually a 60-degree angle. It's you have it here at a 47, and it's really not accurate.
All right, I'll make that fix right here and fix that up, and we'll get this taken care of there.
All right.
What's the ob for making a giant daffodil float?
For carpentry?
I bet that one's in the book.
Yeah, specifically making a giant daffodil float. That's right there in the book.
Making a giant daffodil float with carpentry, no less.
Yep. That seems
I mean,
like a
if
pretty
there's
common
any
thing.
skill for it, it would be carpentry.
Oh, yeah. I guess
Maybe
easier than making the bowl or a ladder. No. I feel like this is a little bit more complicated than the table, so let's go with obs 4.
Cool.
That's fair.
Alrighty. I would like to fork in.
I only have one other question. What is driving these floats?
That's a very good question.
Horses?
My horses. Yep.
Your horses?
The winter goddess.
Right, because you're doing all the jobs. It's your horses that you've lent out for this purpose. You're also supposed to be on one of the floats playing your flute and all of this
Mhm.
stuff. Yeah, it's perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, you're really burdened with a lot of work in this parade.
Hmm.
All right, let's see
All
Nick's
right.
carpentry check.
So can I fork?
Fake Kelsa, you trying to fork in stuff?
Yeah, can I fork tree wise?
Okay.
Can I fork tree cutting because I'm cutting wood?
Okay.
And can I fork mending for all of like the sort of like nailing things together and like painting?
Okay,
and...
but only if you use it to fix your mistakes. You have to admit you made mistakes.
I was more imagining it.
I mean,
as
we already
being
did that.
like-
We just roleplayed that right there. 2 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, sure, fine.
Admit you made mistakes, and then you can use that skill. That's how it works.
This is a true thing for life, I feel like.
Nope.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no. There's no 6s in there
Oh,
either.
I'm really bad
Ugh.
at role
Oh,
playing
we didn't
games,
do
guys.
stakes either. Oh no. Okay.
Well, it's fine because I lose anyway.
That mean we still need to determine what the stakes are that you're losing.
Yeah.
I should show these die rolls and how bad you are.
I'm super bad at role playing games, guys. I'm sorry.
It's true.
Okay, here's what happens. You make a giant float. But when you go to use the float and hook it up to the horses are spooked because a bunch of mice run to the float.
Are they the little mice like I've been seeing around my farm?
Yeah. Looks like they have little shirts and stuff on.
Excuse me, little mice. Can you, you're scaring the horses, and, this is, it's supposed to be a moving float, and it's not really, a mouse house.
Okay, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that thing.
Okay, the mice, if you fail, the mice are going to be afraid of you and not think you can talk mouse,
Okay.
and will stay in the mouse house, which they have made the daffodil while you
Okay.
guys.
Okay. I will offer a prayer to the winter goddess before we do this
Okay.
to make me better at talking to mice.
Okay.
I mean, I think I just want to I don't think just open ending this role is gonna really help me. I need to really go out there. +1 die through a blessing or up 4. Yeah. Let's try it. We're gonna try for aid, which is ob 4.
Okay.
Meeting the obstacle grants me +1. Additional successes will give me an additional +1 up to a total of 3 dice. So, as I say that, I say, Harvest Goddess, please hear me and grant me strength. I want to make you proud, and the only way to do that here today is by having the best float. So help me help these little mices and get them out of the float so that I can show you the best that I could be.
Cool.
Let's roll
Let's
that.
hope this
Here you
works.
+1 for your prayer.
Yay. +1. No Artha, base op 4. Yeah!
That's a good roll.
Awesome. So that's 2 dice on my persuasion roll.
Still no 6s though.
Yeah. Could I fork farming wise?
Sure.
Okay.
Although I don't really think you usually get rid of mice by talking to them.
I mean, not really.
Sure.
But I know a thing or two about mice, even though that's not how you normally get rid of them.
Okay.
See, I know that I know that mice don't belong in floats, but I don't know how to properly get rid of them, so I just got to go the Ashland way, which
Have
is
you
make
ever,
friends with everybody.
Have you ever like left the float out and then tried using the spring? There's usually mice in it, to be honest.
Look, all I know
mean,
is that if this is fails, I'm going with another method for getting rid of mice. So,
All right. Let's try persuasion. I
Oh.
think the mice have a will of 4. They're very strong-willed mice.
Wow, that is really strong-willed mice.
They gotta put all their stat points somewhere because they're tiny mice.
is that not how that works?
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah, that's totally how it works.
Okay. I don't think I have any more forks. Oh no, I forgot that I'm wounded. Oh shoot.
Oh, you're still wounded? Wait, what is this wound?
It was when I fell off the roof.
That was pretty recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
But I did get a 6.
Yeah.
So let's re-roll that and fail miserably. Cool. Great.
Oh.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that's-
maybe you can use the curse of the night wolf. And eat the mice.
That seems like it wouldn't work though.
The night wolf cometh.
The night wolf will eat the mice.
I don't want the night wolf to eat the mice though.
But you're going to use the float.
All right. But I might want to invoke it later. Yeah, I don't think it's appropriate to invoke the night wolf here because she's not trying to scare them, even if she's succeeding at scaring them. And I don't think she wants to be forceful or use any of the kind of wolf traits that I think would make it appropriate to invoke that.
Yeah.
So, Sam, you said Ned had an idea.
I want to hunt these mice.
He's going to eat the mice. Good. The mice are inside your float.
Well, I'm going to use my hunting skills to draw them out. I'll bait a trap, and then I'll get them.
Okay, so you try and lure the mice out with a trap.
Oh, wait, I don't have that skill. No! It's okay. It's
okay.
okay. It's okay. We got this anyway. Yeah, I think I'm using like my mending and my carpentry and that sort of stuff. I'm gonna make some mouse traps, homemade mouse traps, and I'll get like some cheese or something.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get these mouses.
Okay. If you fail, the mice will be well provisioned for their stay in their mouse house.
Okay, what is trapping? Is trapping a skill? What is it? I think that's a skill.
Trapping, huh?
I know there's a trapper life path. Because I know
Where's the
Kelsey
trapper
took it in
skill?
one game.
Trapping is the art of setting traps in the stairs to catch small game. Rabbits is obs 1. Dogs and cats, obs 2. Foxes and raccoons, obs 3. Pit snaps 3. And man snares 4. That's probably pretty easy.
I mean, it sounds like it would be easier to catch a mouse than a rabbit.
I'm gonna say it's still obs 1. But if you
Yeah.
want the trap to be non-lethal, it'll be obs 2.
I don't care about that.
Okay.
Of course you don't.
Well, if like you specifically tell me to make non-lethal traps, I will. But otherwise, what? Why would I?
I
I'm
mean,
a hunter.
I
I kill
mean-
animals for a living.
I mean,
Do you need to get a challenging test or a difficult test? Then maybe you want to make a non-lethal trap.
I mean I don't have trapping, so
It'd be a learning test. It doesn't matter what the abs is for that.
I mean if it was higher, I could maybe get a difficult stat test, but I don't think it's gonna matter.
I mean, you are trying to catch multiple mice with this.
I mean, it's your call. Whatever the hobby you want, but unless Ashlyn tells Ned, he is not going to make a non-lethal trap. That's what I'm saying.
Ned, it looks like you're making some kind of trap there. You're not gonna hurt those little mices, are you? They're
Nope.
wearing clothes.
I will not hurt the mices. You see, when the trap snaps shut, snaps their back. They don't feel any pain. I won't hurt them one bit.
No, that's. Could you maybe make a trap that wouldn't kill him?
I could try. I mean, all right. I mean, I doubt they fancy being trapped either way, but sure. What? You're the boss.
Thanks.
All right. So what's my obstacle here? 2 or
Maybe
more?
abs too. If you fail, you only catch a few of the mice.
All right. What is trapping based on?
Trapping is based off of
Probably
agility.
perception and agility. Yep. I knew it.
Maybe we can use whichever one is better.
So I will use perception because I have good perception. Oh, actually, my agility is also the same as my perception. All right. Is anyone helping me?
Yeah, I mean, I would help you. Ashlyn would lend a hand so that to make sure that you're not harming these poor critters. Maybe adventure wise would apply here, because I heard a story of adventurers that helped animals that wore clothing, and then they got helped in return. So if we can get them out of there, then maybe we can work with them in the future. And sure, they might not like being trapped, but I mean, if we're just helping them out, then to find them a better mouse house.
Honestly, I mean, once we're done with the parade, the float's just going to be kind of sitting there. We could just tell them they could have it after.
See? It's a great idea.
All right. Let's roll some dice.
All right.
All right. Face up 2. Boom.
Nice.
Nice.
Oh my god, look at all those 6s. I'm not going to explode them though because I only have 1 fate.
Oof, that is a nice number of 6s. Let me hold on. I was drawing the float, so I moved away so they didn't have to see my terrible drawing while it was still going on, but there you go.
Oh no, I have to find the float.
It's in the middle of the water. I put Ned and Ashlyn on it.
Oh, I see it. Nice. The float is literally floating.
Uh-huh.
So you imagine this daffodil is like pointing upwards?
I mean, I'm just bad at drawing.
Okay.
I kind of imagined it like that, but like
It's not sure what it looks like. Is it like very long because you got the whole daffodil stem and it's pointing forwards, or is it like a huge round float pointing up?
I think it's well. I mean, I'll let Sam say for sure what the way he imagines it, but I kind of imagined it like with like a big round float with like a tail of a stem coming off of it. With then like the daffodils have like they have like a big cup in the middle of them that usually sticks outwards, but instead it sticks like straight up.
Yeah, that works for me. That works for me. I like it.
Cool.
I'm almost imagining it as like how like modern day parades have like those big balloons. It's like my attempt at doing something like that. It's just like big and out there and like impossible to miss.
All right.
I'm trying to dominate this parade. It's basically what I'm saying with my amazing float.
Nice. Well, your float's pretty impressive. You just got this mouse prong. Not anymore. Now you got a. Well, what's this trap look like? Where are all the mice trapped in? Do you catch them all at once, or like one at a time? Like how's this work?
I catch them all at once.
Okay.
And
I have an idea, and it's terrible. Would you like to hear it?
sure.
So you know those like square traps that you use to like trap stray cats or whatever, where they go in, and but it's like one way. They can push their way in, but then they can't come out again because it's like at an angle. I picture something like that, except probably made out of wood because you know you're a carpenter, and then also like inside is like a little tiny tea set and a table. It's got like tea and crumpets laid out.
It's like
Because we want to keep them comfortable while we're doing the parade, and then they can go back to their
Sure.
house.
Sure.
So your mouse trap is like a smaller mouse house,
Yeah.
and they go in to enjoy. Like, it's like, oh, they gave us an addition to the mouse house.
Uh-huh.
But then the addition was a trap. The
No.
walls slammed down. Is transported to a barren hellscape.
For like 2 hours.
So what do you do with these mice? You hear them like squeaking in the mouse house. They realize they can't get out.
We're gonna let you go back to the daffodil once the parade's over in a couple of hours. Just hang tight and enjoy your tea, okay? You're good little mice.
Cool. Hey, the mice don't talk back to you.
Of course not.
But yeah, you can now take your float in the parade.
Yay!
But tell me, what do you do with the mouse house?
I mean, I probably leave it at my house.
Inside your house, or just like?
Well, like, I mean, where did we build it at? Because I kind of figured it was somewhere on my farm since Ned doesn't really have another place
I don't
to
have
live.
a house.
Yeah,
So-
probably
yeah.
So yeah, like in a place where it wouldn't get too hot or get too cold, or the monkey wouldn't like rip it apart.
What do you do with Jinx?
Jinx is on the float with us.
You gonna make Jinx
So-
go on the float?
I picture like, okay,
Look, I don't make Jinx do anything. Jinx
He-
is his own monkey.
he gets to go around handing daffodils to pretty girls.
Sure. Why not?
Well, I don't know what Jinx wants to do.
He's probably like doing that, but also like picking pockets and like
eating
playing
daffodils.
pranks on people.
How do you get Jinx to do things? If you even want him to come with you on the float.
He just follows me around. Right? Like he likes to like hang out in Ned's hair and like sleep on his shoulder.
So if you
And then
don't do
like
anything-
he also knows that like Ned is always getting into something, and he can always like, if he's bored, he can prank Ned at least.
So here's the thing: like, if you don't do anything, you just assume he's going to come with you.
He's not gonna come.
He's going to see the mouse house.
No, he's gonna wreck the mouse house. Don't let him do it.
Well, if I see him messing with the mouse house,
Oh,
I'll
he
try to
won't
get him
touch
to
it
come.
until he leaves. Until you leave.
Well,
Better. He's good at pulling pranks and stealing things. You don't do that.
it's true. He's good at that. Well, if I leave and I notice that Jinx isn't coming, I'll like probably like whistle.
Okay. Are you making? Let me think. What kind of?
I think maybe animal husbandry.
You have that?
No. Of course not.
Look, Jinx is just my buddy. He just like travels with me. You know, it's not like it. You know, he probably found him injured. You know, he helped him out. He gave him some food, and then they just been buddies.
Oh, it's actually something you paid for?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. When you whistle, he'll come then.
Yeah. He's I paid 3 points in character for resource points for a companion animal.
I think that gives you enough points to say he comes with you. So
cool.
Gives you enough agency to control the game. All right. So yeah, Jinx will like. He doesn't come at first. You see the scene of him inside the house, looming over the mouse house when you whistle. He bounds away from it.
Good.
And he jumps on the float with you. And he's like confused at first. Like Jinx is like looking around.
Mm-hmm.
What's so exciting about this?
And then we see people and we throw daffodils at them.
Okay. All right, cool. So that's what happens. Yeah. You guys go into parade. Adam, you're just playing your heart out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
It's true. I would like to maybe impress everyone.
All right, you want to impress people with your fluting?
Mm-hmm.
Your
flutations. I maybe have a little bit of a scheme or an idea here, because maybe I could use this flute test as a linked test to convince the town to pay me for doing all the stuff I had to do.
Wait, the town wasn't paying you to like plow the roads?
No.
They were paying me to plow the roads, I think, but I don't think they were. Or maybe it's just time like that I get paid because I've been doing so many favors for the town in general that I'm kind of being their employee, and my own affairs have fallen into disrepair as a result of me just not getting paid and Rachel having to take care of me and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And, you know, buying the King's shoes and throwing all this cash dice at that.
And use as look at them shoes.
Sometimes you gotta get them shoes.
I don't see flute. It's kind of weird. Is it just musical?
Yeah, musical instrument.
Musical instruments, the catch-all, right?
It's like foreign language, basically, or it's like foreign language. Basically, you just like take musical instrument and then decide what instrument it is.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, obstacles to will of listener. The music is suitable to the mood and advantage. I think it will be. The obstacle can be used for link tests or to convey an idea. All right, so if you succeed, you'll have an advantage. This will be a link test for your later convincing roll.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll also give you, what's the word? You know, like a reason to ask for compensation? You know,
like a leg to stand on, or like repertoire or something like that.
Right, like it gives you an opening.
Yeah. It gets your foot in the door.
Yeah, it'll give you an opening. So
Yeah.
you won't have to be like awkwardly demanding money from people. Like, oh, I thought you were just like fluting.
Exactly.
Okay. So go ahead and roll float. The average will, this is the town, will be 3.
Okay. I am forking flute wise and taking that advantage die.
All right. Oh, you did it. Okay, so you get a plus
Marvelous.
1 forward. It's actually great.
Actually, I could fate that to get an advantage die on when I.
No.
Perfect.
All right. You have to. Oh, that's right. You want the actual die because you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you have to
because
exceed it to get the die.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Remember, you should ask for additional effect before you roll. I don't know why that's a rule.
that's
No,
no.
isn't it a link test?
It's.
Not
I
on
was
a,
saying that this is a link test
on a link
to
test,
impress.
the rules are the rules, right? Like you have to exceed it to get the +1.
Right. That's
Right.
But like
what
just
we were
on your
going for.
basic roll, for some reason the rule is you need to ask for extra effect first. Whatever.
Oh, I thought this was a link test.
It is a
I'm
link test. Never mind. I'm just
so
confusing you guys.
so the reason it is a link
I'm so confused.
test is now that I've exceeded it, I'm going to get an advantage die on the next
Part.
thing in this link.
Right. Which is asking for compensation.
Exactly.
So
That's exactly what I'm saying.
I think what happens is the mayor is listening to your music in the parade, and he says, "Oh, what wonderful fluting, my boy! Oh, if only the town had some way to repay you for all you've done. You've certainly come a long way in the world, Esteban. Since your days of running around in barrels."
I'm glad that that's become a story that's gone down in the legends of Harvest Valley.
Oh yes, your mother wouldn't stop talking about it. So here's your opening.
Exactly. Speaking of payment,
Okay.
I've been having I've done a lot for Harvest Valley, for Stockchester, in back when I plowed the roads this past winter, which was an awful winter, but I still need to make my own ends meet. I'm sure it wouldn't be too much to spare, considering I've provided so many services, especially today.
Well, what are you looking for, boy?
I'm looking for a small amount of payment.
You want some cash? Okay. All right, go ahead and roll your successes. And I think it'll be a graduated test. For every success you make, you'll get a cash die.
Okay. What am I rolling? Just the.
I guess I have to set a task, huh? Let me look at your character sheet.
Mm-hmm.
Do.
I mean, this sounds like haggling.
Could be haggling.
Could also just be persuasion. I mean, you're just persuading him to pay you. You're not asking, like.
I mean, if you're just asking him to pay you what you probably should be owed, then I think persuasion makes sense. But if you're trying to get him to pay you more,
right,
or for things that were expressly like donated initially or something like that, then I would say haggling would come into play.
I feel like it might be haggling because I might just keep bringing in more things that I've done before in the past and trying to estimate how much money I feel like that's worth.
yeah, that seems reasonable.
Well, if you don't feel like a graduated test is enough money, then you want to go for an all or nothing for even more money? Let's say 10 cash dice if you succeed against the mayor's will.
I mean, any way you want to do it.
Let's do that.
Okay.
It's your choice. You can either do persuasion for a graduated test of cash dice, or you can go for 10 cash dice with haggling.
Maybe I'll go for persuasion and the graduated test.
Okay. I don't know how greedy you are, so.
How greedy are
So
you?
persuasion of 4, you get the +1 for the link test.
Could
we
I
have a lot-
fork in haggling?
You can totally fork in heckling.
Mhm.
You probably should fork in sing-wise.
Or flute-wise, rather, because
Yeah,
I didn't.
wise. You could fork in single-wise too, because you did that for the town. So everything you did for
It's
the
true.
town, you can fork in.
Oh boy, then I actually have a couple of things I could do road-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Bad weather-wise for the plowing.
that's true.
Provided horses.
Horse-wise. So I sold my wool, but that has nothing to do with services that I've done specifically for the town.
That was for
That is something completely different. Yep.
And you got paid for it already.
I completely agree.
You can fork in Chandler because you've been making lights for the lighthouse.
Yep.
You're doing a lot of shit for the town without getting paid, man.
I kind of am.
I think that's what this is all about.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hold on. Oh, never mind.
Do you have a reputation?
I don't believe so.
Didn't we both get a reputation before?
Maybe we did.
+1 die with the town?
I have a reputation.
If you have one, you didn't write it down.
Because I thought we all got that reputation last time. Like, I lost my reputation as the new person in town, but just got a generic +1 for the town.
It should be on the information tab.
Yeah, I neither remember getting one or.
Well, you definitely didn't write it down. I think that's the point.
Yeah, exactly.
So you didn't write it down. It's gone now, unfortunately, because I can't remember.
Okay.
All right.
I was gonna pray for you, but now it's too late.
Okay, that's fine.
But you did get a couple of 6s in there if you had some fate.
I always have fate.
Jeez.
Just not very good fate.
Apparently not.
Cersei, you talk with the mayor, and he says, "Well, I can give you this in cash, or I can give you an item of equal value."
I feel like Esteban's played this game before, so he's going to say, "Oh, what sort of an item?" Because he's thinking that he could maybe sell this up, trade it for a greater value to a more desirable buyer.
All right, let me look for the resources stuff. Come on. I think that's in character creation, into life paths.
Well, in character creation, it lists the stuff's cost in resource points, which are an abstraction during character creation.
That's true. Yeah, those aren't helpful at all, are they?
Not
all right,
particularly.
So I go in the resources section. I just have to look at the index because I don't remember where anything is. Resources 366, 357. No. I don't know why they put that part in the index, but okay. So you've got 3, 4, 5. What would he have? The mayor says, "You know, the town has a lot of tools for different things we don't really need. This people have come practice various trades. Left the tools here. I never really knew what to do with them. Are you picking up any trades? You know anybody who's getting into a trade?
Actually, I have a humble request. Could I take that plow for myself? I'll keep using it for the town in the future.
You want the town's plow?
And he nods.
Wow. I guess it's pretty sturdy. You could use it for a lot of things.
Plow thievery.
It would be a lot of work to make a new plow if it was lost.
It's true. It's very valuable.
Okay.
And that's a tool that I can use to make more money for myself in the future. He's trying to sort of play in his like, yeah, I'm purchasing capital, I'm purchasing means of production, and I'm becoming an adult.
Okay. So
Yeah.
make a
Good for
haggling
you.
check. If you succeed in the haggling check, you will be paid in the future for your use of the plow for the town. If you fail on the haggling check,
It's
you'll be
implied that I'm
responsible.
doing it for free.
Yeah, you'll be responsible for plowing the town's roads, or at least giving up the plow at the necessary time.
We'll give you the plow. You own it now, but we won't pay you for using it. You're just going to do it for the town since you own the plow. Which is kind of sort of how you started plowing for the town anyway, since you own the horses. So
Exactly.
it's not actually much a better spot to be in, so you should probably try to... okay, now I want to pray for you. Hold on. Ashlyn has
You
been...
feel bad enough for me?
No, I was going to pray for you.
I think I'm going to pray for
I
you.
was going to pray for you earlier, but it didn't happen. You hit the button too soon. So Ashlyn has been kind of watching this exchange, and she's like, Harvest Goddess, I've seen Estevan toil for the last year, and I think it's time that he reaps the benefits that he has invested in this town and take the harvest of his hard work here with the mayor.
I take a +1 for your prayer.
Okie dokie, and I want to be... you know what? We're going to do the same thing. We're going to go ob 4 because I'm greedy.
All right.
I mean, with the +1, I'm not getting a difficult test though. So,
Let me
all
tell
right.
you.
Let's just get you one +1 die because I can probably do that. So,
Excellent.
no.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
You know that the harvest goddess likes people to do things for themselves.
Well, he's doing it.
I'm not a plant. Perfect.
Or are you? You're a plant and a plant.
And a mineral. And that other thing. Other? Is the other thing just other? Plant, animal, mineral.
Plant, mineral,
Other.
You're all those things.
Yeah.
Is water other?
I mean, you
Yes.
are. There's a lot of water in you, so yes.
Where's
Okay.
this going? This is amazing. Okay, cool. I'm gonna fork in persuasion.
Okay.
Could I fork in a lot of the stuff that I just forked into that last test, or has that ship sailed? Do you think?
I think this is to be like more specific to this deal.
Okay.
So if you had like bad weather wise, totally, because part of the deal is use the plow when there's bad weather.
Mhm.
It's very
But
true.
animal husbandry or flute wise, not all.
Yes. But I could fork and sing because singing is a service to the entire town. Does the town singer get paid, or are they just ordained and people take care of them in this gift economy? Okay. So people just know to take care of the town singer.
Well, yeah.
Exactly. Okay, cool.
Because if you don't take care of the town singer, how's
The town
harvest
singer
gonna be
won't
good?
take care of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I don't think I can fork in much else. Maybe horse-wise and road-wise?
Yeah.
Okay.
Probably not snooze-wise. Like,
I don't think so either. I feel like that's an anti-fork.
Yeah.
I feel like I could fork that, and then you would give me disadvantage because yeah.
I'd probably let you do it. You want to raise your odds to get a harder check.
Yeah,
True.
that's a cool maneuver. Okay, what's my base obstacle?
I think the mayor is easily convinced, so will 3.
Cool. Wow. No 6s.
All right, so you get the plow, but you're more like the guardian of the plow.
Mm-hmm.
You're like the
Perfect.
You're the hero of the plow.
Yeah.
The hero of the plow.
Well, I
good.
feel like I haven't lost here because now I've gained a title.
Yeah.
When we do our next trade vote, I can get
hero of the plow.
I can get that 1 die reputation that I didn't know I have earlier, and I can be the hero of the plow.
You're the hero of the plow.
I like it. I like it.
There, I win. I've won this test.
All right. So I think this is a pretty good place to take a break. We're at about another hour.
Nice.
So
and we got a plow.
And we got a plow. Yeah, nice.
Nice.
All right. Let's see if I can do this without it being jarring this time.